I'm Danielle. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to do a video for you explaining calorie density. Sounds like a super fun topic, I know, but it is. It's very interesting, and once you get the hang of this, it will be something that you can easily transition into your everyday life, and it's going to help you with weight loss. So let me explain. Every food is made up of calories. Calories are just a unit of measure at the end of the day. All foods have calories, but we want to know, how does that translate into everyday eating? And how is this knowledge going to help me lose weight? I'll explain it to you. We all know that a bag of salad has less calories than a cookie. Basic knowledge, we all know that. And we all know it's healthier too. But at the end of the day, what really matters is how many calories you're eating. So what's great about knowing the calorie density of each food lets you know how much of that food you can eat. Now for me personally, I'm a big eater. I have a huge appetite. I can out-eat any guy in my house. And I have teenage boys. I can easily out-eat them. And so for me, it was an integral part of my weight loss to learn, hey, if you're gonna eat these big portions of food, you can't eat big portions of these high calorie foods. You're gonna have to eat low calorie foods if you wanna eat this much food. I'm going to show you some different typical foods that we eat every day and show you how these different options come into play when choosing what you're gonna eat. Because every single food is gonna have a different calorie content, and I'm just trying to help you learn what is in your food so you can make better decisions. So first thing I'm gonna show you is gonna be meat. Now, a lot of people think, oh, it's meat, low carb, you can eat whatever you want. That's not the case, because meat is very high in calories typically. A lot of people don't realize that, but it is. So the lowest calorie option of most meat is going to be shellfish or whitefish. This bag of shrimp, if you look on the back, it says it's 80 calories for 4 ounces. So a typical serving would be 100 grams, which is a little over 3 ounces. So for 100 grams, you're looking at about 60 calories. And not only is that 60 calories, but that's going to be around 12 grams of protein too. So that's a lot of protein for a small amount of calories. Now the next selection I'm going to show you, this is just grilled chicken breast. Just chicken. Now for 3 ounces of this is 110 calories. It has more protein at 17 grams, but it also has more fat. So the same amount of chicken is going to be significantly more calories than the same amount of shrimp. Now the next we have is just some basic ground beef. Ground beef, you would be surprised to know, is about double the amount of calories as chicken. So that's one of those things where you can make better decisions every day, because if you have the option of getting a taco salad versus a grilled chicken salad, or even a shrimp Caesar salad or something like that, you'd probably be better off going with the shrimp because that's got significantly less calories than the beef. The chicken is good. It's more readily available, and I know that there are some people who don't like seafood, so I'm not saying, hey, you can only eat shrimp or fish just because it's lower in calories. Eat what you like, but just know that there are different foods that have more or less calories per serving depending on what it is. So chicken and shrimp are going to be a much better option for you if you're trying to lose weight than beef. The next example I have for you is cheese. So I have your everyday regular bag of shredded cheese here. And then I have some fat-free feta cheese. Now you would be surprised to learn there is some fat-free cheese, but there is. It's actually really high in protein and it's low in fat, so it's nice to have that option if you want. But here's where this is a huge difference in calories. For 28 grams or a quarter cup of this shredded cheese that you probably mindlessly sprinkle on your food every day, that's 110 calories. That's a lot of calories for one little tiny portion of food, mainly because it's fat. Because if you watched my previous video explaining how calories work and how the different macronutrients have different amounts of calories, fat has 9 calories per gram, whereas the other macronutrients, protein and carbohydrates, only have 4 calories. So anything that has fat is just going to naturally be higher in calories. So we have this fat-free feta cheese. For the same 1/4 cup serving size, this is only 35 calories. So that's about 1/3 of what this has. So when you have this knowledge, it's easier to make these everyday choices because something as minor as a sprinkling of cheese on your food really can make or break your diet. The next example I have for you is salad dressing. This is where I've noticed that a lot of people get into trouble. A lot of people will tell me, I'm eating all salads all day. I eat a big salad for lunch, a big salad for dinner, not losing weight. Well, 99% of the time, it's not the salad, it's the dressing. It doesn't matter if your dressing's low carb, low fat, whatever it is, ultimately it's the calories. So I have a couple different salad dressing options I'm going to show you that'll really give you a good idea of how this comes into play. So first I have just your basic light balsamic vinaigrette. For 2 tablespoons, which is not a lot. That's another thing is you really have to watch the serving sizes on things that are high in fat because these serving sizes are what's going to get you at the end of the day. I can easily use 6 to 8 tablespoons of salad dressing on a regular normal side salad without even thinking about it. So this is 50 calories for 2 tablespoons. Imagine if I did 4 servings of that. That's 200 calories in salad dressing, and that's a light salad dressing. Imagine if it was something like ranch. This is the worst, but oh, it's so good, so good. I know, I love ranch too, but 2 tablespoons of this is 170 calories. That's ridiculous. And let me tell you too, you go to a lot of these steakhouses or barbecue restaurants, like where I live, there's this barbecue restaurant. They have famous ranch dressing and it's so good, but it is so bad. Let me tell you why. Their salad dressing, they serve to you in these little containers that are 2 ounces. So typically you think, oh, I've just got this little teeny serving of salad dressings. Well, that 2-ounce container is 280 calories. So for those of you that go to that barbecue restaurant in South Florida, that we all know what I'm talking about, that little cup of ranch, not the big cup of ranch, the little cup of ranch is 280 calories. That big boy that comes with a salad or those chicken tenders now, or the 3 cheese fries, we're not going to talk about that, the 3 cheese fries, that bad boy's got probably about 480 calories worth of salad dressing in it. Ridiculous. So this is 170 calories for 2 tablespoons, which is more than triple the amount of this. Now here's another good option. We have this carrot ginger miso. This is from Trader Joe's. I like this because this is only 60 calories per serving, and this is really flavorful. It's got a lot of spices and a lot of other little things like shallots that add more flavor, but they don't add to the calorie content. So these are one of the things that when people tell me that they're having trouble losing weight, 90% of the time, this is going to be the first thing I'm going to ask you, what are you putting on your salad? Here's another example that people are probably not going to like. Oil. We all cook with oil. You cook on the stove, you're going to use oil. However, this is another one of those little secret things that will derail your diet. Did you know that 1 single tablespoon of olive oil is 120 calories. Now I know you'll say, oh, but it's good fat, it's olive oil, it's good for your heart, Mediterranean diet. Really? Can you afford to have 120 calories in 1 tablespoon? Because I know if I'm sauteing vegetables, I could easily add 4 tablespoons and not even think about it. And if you're adding 4 tablespoons, can you even imagine how many extra calories you're eating a day without even thinking about it? So I'm going to show you a great substitution. If you really want that olive oil in your diet, you like it, you like the taste, go for one of these sprays. It's an olive oil spray, but what it is it has this little top that controls the amount of olive oil that comes out. So each spray is probably only about 1/4 teaspoon. But even if you don't like this, and you're like, oh, I want something all natural, then by all means, get your regular olive oil, put it in one of those controlled sprayers, and then it'll be about 10 calories per spray versus the 120 calories that you'll get for 1 tablespoon. Now, if you're like, hey, I don't care, I'm just trying to lose weight, get me there as quick as you can. And in that case, what I like to do, I like to use these cooking sprays. This, the brand name Pam, any of those. These have aerosol. So the way these work is it creates such a fine mist of spray of the oil, there's really not any calories. They say it's 0 calories, it's actually less than 1 calorie per spray, but it's not worth counting or worrying about. So this will be a great alternative to a lot of the foods that you cook, because it will definitely lower your calories, but it's going to allow you to have a more wide range of options with other foods you can eat. Because as I was explaining to somebody this morning, you know, if I had the choice and I'm going to eat a big bowl of sauteed vegetables for dinner, am I going to waste 300 and something calories putting in a few tablespoons of olive oil when I could turn around and have those 300 and something calories and eat a pint of ice cream? Which would you rather choose? Now here's an example of where the healthy product typically is not any better than the regular. So I have whole wheat spaghetti, and then I have regular white spaghetti. Now you would be surprised to learn that the whole wheat spaghetti has more calories than the regular, and it doesn't taste as good. Now brown rice, I'll give you that. Brown rice I find tastes better than white rice, and it is more filling, but when it comes to things like pasta, whole wheat, regular, really isn't going to make a difference. But this whole wheat pasta, for a 56 gram or 2 ounce serving, this has 210 calories. This only has 200 for the regular. So you're not even saving any calories by eating the cardboard. You're really not. So you may as well eat what you like and enjoy it. And the last example I'm going to show you is something typically not associated with any sort of diet ever, and it's soda. Now I personally don't like soda. It's not the carbonation, it's just that it tastes too syrupy for me. I don't like it, and I'm a very thirsty person, and it makes me more thirsty, so then I have to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes. It's ridiculous. I don't like it. But when you have your choice and you're on a diet, you have a regular soda and then you have the 0 calorie soda. If you change just 1 drink a day and you go from the 150 calorie soda to the 0 calorie soda, it's going to make a world of difference in your diet. It's going to allow you to save calories, because if you think about it, most people that are big soda drinkers, they're drinking usually more than 6 cans of soda a day. So if you add up the calorie savings, if you're drinking more than 6 cans of soda a day, this is 150 calories for 1 can. And if you add that up through the entire day, that's a significant calorie savings just by switching to something like a diet soda. Now, am I saying diet sodas are good for you? No. Am I saying they're horrendous and you're going to die if you drink aspartame? I'm not saying that either. It's totally up to you, but I know that there are some people who really enjoy soda. So if you do include that in your diet, that's a great option for you to just save a few calories here and there. So thank you for joining me today, and I'm glad that I was able to show you just a few examples of things that typically are easy swap outs for calorie savings, because when you have certain foods, they fall on the scale of calorie density. So on your high level of calorie density, you're going to have your fats, you're going to have oils, butters, cheeses, meats, things like that. On the lower end of the scale, you're going to have things like vegetables, fruits, some grains, and then in the middle you'll have those other types of starchy vegetables. You'll have just your regular run-of-the-mill food. So what's important is if you want a diet that you can sustain and stick to, you want to try to eat below the median scale of calorie density. Of course, there's going to be times where you're going to eat high calorie foods, but just want to limit those so you can have more room in your diet for those lower calorie foods, so you can eat more, sustain your diet, and not be miserable. Thanks for joining me.